Hi, I'm Alex. Welcome to Basics in Music. So today we're going to be learning the song Attention by Charlie Puth. So you start on the E flat or the D sharp, whichever terminology you want to use, which is the 4th fret on the B string. And then you go down to the 2nd fret, and that is a D flat or a C sharp, whichever one you want to use. So you go to the 4th fret to the 2nd fret, and then on the A string, you go on the 1st fret and then the 2nd fret. The 1st and the 2nd fret this is a B flat and then a B. So these are the 4 main chords or notes that are in the song, and then the bass line kind of builds off of that. The first part of the song is just the 4 notes in this order. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna go from E flat to D flat, B flat to B. Okay, so once you have that down, that's pretty simple to understand, and then you get into the bass line. So that's the first thing I'm going to teach you guys. So let's take a listen to the first part of that bass line. So what's really cool about this bass line is each chord has kind of the same backbone, I guess you could say, because you go from here to here. All these notes have that pattern. Once you get this, you just practice that over and over again, you'll find it easier to do the rest of the song. So the first part of this bass line starts here, and then you go to the octave, which is 2 frets over and 2 strings down. So that's what you're going to be listening for. So you go like this. That's the first part. And then you go down 2 frets right here. And you can slow that down, get a metronome, it's really easy that way. And the next part is just, I like to do a hammer on there. You don't have to do that. I just think it sounds better, but the whole bass line is just going to be this. And just practice that until you get that down, because that's going to be kind of the backbone of the whole song. Because when you go down to this note, it's the same pattern like I said, except you're going to do the walk down to the B flat, which sounds like this. So it's a little bit more complicated than the first part. So again, it's the same pattern. Go to the root, octave, then 2 frets down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to play the root note of that chord like that twice. So I'm going to play the whole thing slow for you. So that's what it's going to sound like. Practice that until you got it, and then put those 2 together. So you're going to be like this. And once you're there, you're at the next note, B flat. And again, same pattern. Go from the root of that chord to the octave, go down 2 frets. And then this one, it's kind of like a rocking from the root of the chord to the octave of it. So what that's going to sound like completely is this. So you go from the B flat to the F sharp, and then you just play the octave. So it sounds like. So all together that sounds like this. And you get to that B. And what that's gonna do is change it up a little. It's still the same pattern, but you're only going down one more fret when you reach that octave. And you're gonna be using your ring finger there, like that. So, and then you just play the root of that chord and then the octave, and then you go up 2 frets to the D flat. You play the octave. So, and you go back to the note, and that's pretty much the whole song. So altogether, that sounds like this. And whenever you play the octaves, like when you go here, I always have my pointer finger on the root of the chord, and then I use my middle finger to play the octave. So I'm not doing this. I'm just keeping those on those 2 strings, on the A and the G string. Well, and then I go to the E and the D string. You're going to want a lot of tone in your bass. A lot of people use picks to get that kind of... What you can do, if you're not a pick player, you can play closer to the bridge and turn your tone up and just adjust the treble and the bass if you have those options. And yeah, again, play more by the bridge so it can sound a little bit more bright. You can just hear the difference. If I turn off the tone, all that kind of stuff, it sounds really muddy. It sounds kind of cool actually, but if I have my treble up and my tone on and play near the bridge, it's a little bit more, I guess, of a funky sound. Which I like, to be honest, better. It has more clarity. A couple of things about the bass line itself. How you play it is gonna make it sound different. So, for example, if I don't mute the strings at the right time, it's gonna sound, it fills up too much space. So, here's an example. Like, that's still the bass line, but I'm holding the notes for too long. So the first note, you're gonna be holding on to that, on each chord. But when you go into the, you're gonna be making those really quick and short. And how I'm doing that is I'm just lifting off of the fret of my fretting hand. So I'm just lifting off my pinky like that. Just really quickly. Because you want that space. That's what the recording has. If you're trying to be as accurate to the recording, and it does sound better if you're not. It just sounds a little bit too much. So if you don't have a 5-string for this song, it's really easy. All you have to do is move that root note of that chord and just play the octave. So instead of, playing that B string, you just do this. So it doesn't sound as good, but you can still play the bass line with just that octave in replacement of that root note. If you want to hear me play this song, I have a link in the top right hand side for you guys. If you want to click that and listen to me play through the song, that would be great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you found this video helpful. It's my first one, honestly. I don't know if I taught it too well, but I'm gonna be here for a while. Each week, I'm gonna be teaching a new song and little videos throughout the week for you guys. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you next week.